Nice. Journey begins again, people. Today's topic, trust. Who can you trust in this life of sin? You know what I'm saying? Wait till I get a couple people on at least before we get started and see what's up. But right now we're just running it. TC Lifestyles, blessings in the building. Bless up, my man. No doubt. Change up the view for all of you. Who can you trust in this world of sin? Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Can't even trust family members, much less friends. It seems like you gotta pick and choose. Trust your gut. I trust my heart. My gut is when it comes to food. Should I eat it or shouldn't I eat it? Yeah, that's when it comes to food. Taj, what's up? Welcome to the live. What's weird, guys, now that I have this thing running horizontal, every now and then the chats just fade away. Cooking with Taj, I see you, and then all of a sudden you just disappear and see the whole chat disappear. Strange. Like it literally just fades out. If nobody's chatting, the chat just fades out, so I can't catch all of it. By the time I look at it, it's already faded out. It's weird. Not sure about that, but it does look better sideways horizontally because I can see your guys' writing a lot bigger. Right? I don't have to strain my eyes to try to read it when it's vertical. So that's a definite bonus. Problem is now the chats just keep fading. And I gotta scroll. I know some people are chatting, but I don't see them. I have to literally touch the phone and scroll up. So if I miss you, please don't think I'm doing it on purpose. I just can't touch the screen while I'm driving. Please play my recent video on ad, says Cooking with Taj. And then it just disappears. And I gotta wait for the next person to type before I see it again. There's gotta be some settings that are changing. That's gotta be annoying. Okay, so it says Robin Millette says, please smash the like button. Thank you, Robin. Welcome again. Thank you for always supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Hello, TC Lifestyle. And there it goes. It just faded out again, all the chats. There's got to be a setting. I don't know. If you guys know, let me know. But the chats, as soon as the next person types, it disappears. And by the time I go back to it to scroll up, everything's gone again. Robin Millette says, hello, Red. Hello, TT Lifestyle from Venture from Cooking at Taj. Cooking at Taj. Big hands waving at everybody. Bless up, she's saying. Hands waving in the air. And give it 2 seconds, and then the chat's going to fade away again. Yeah, there it goes. It like literally fades away. You can see it disappearing slowly. Thank you for stopping by Cooking with Taj. Please connect with whoever you would like to connect with. Just do what's real and make sure everything is real, and you leave comments that are genuine and not something that's just synthetically made up. You know, make it real. I got too much stuff on. Today it started off really cold, but then it just got really warm. Or maybe it's just I'm dressed up like a monster. Yeah, Cooking with Taj. No worries. The people check it out. Check out your channel when they get a chance. You can't force people to go to your channel. Just go easy, brother. Yeah, we don't come here and bully people into forcing them to do anything they don't want to do. You feel me? Just represent yourself. Get involved in the chat. Get to know some of the people in the chat. Check out some of their channels. They'll do the same for you. Yeah. That's the way we work it over here. That's the way we do it over here. I don't know what's going on with this traffic today. Insane. It's all good. I don't know if I like this thing with the chat, man. That's so disappointing. I'm missing all the chats. Last thing I see is Taj putting up some kind of icon, and then it just fades away. When I stop the car later, I'm going to have to check if there's a setting that keeps the chats on. I left you a comment on this morning's live stream saying how happy I was you figured out the settings. Yeah, I probably didn't see it because look, you just faded again. Your thing just faded out, Robin. I don't know why it's fading out like that. Yeah, I was so happy too, man. I was really happy that I got it working because it's so much better. It's easier on the eyes to read too. You know what I mean? Cooking with Taj and vlogs. You don't need to keep doing that on the chat. Just if you're gonna make a comment, make a comment. I don't need to know that you're on. If you're on, you're on. If you're not, you're not. At the end of the day, if you want to support me, you can. But I don't need to get the channel spammed with all those things. If you're on, be part of the conversation. If you're not, just listen in and every now and then say, hey, I'm listening, but don't go blasting that stuff back and forth like that. It's distracting. Plus it annoys people, you know? Yeah, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just trying to be real. This is how we do it over here. We communicate with each other. We get involved with each other's channels. We don't beg, we don't push, and we don't force anybody to do something they don't want to do. All right? We judge you through your characteristics. If we like things that you're doing or like things that you're saying, then you might get us interested to come to your channel. That's all there is to it, really. You know what I mean? That's all there is to it, really. That's what took so long, because we're working on the street. I was wondering what was slowing them down. Yeah, hopefully everybody's having a great day. Yeah, Robin, honestly, I was really happy. I think Barry, one of my other YouTubers that's on live all the time doing his thing. He's the one that confirmed to me that it was working, but it was Vasily last night. He had hit me up on Instagram and got it set up for me for the real way. He showed me a video, sent me a video of how it's done, of him doing it. And I finally got it. I think what I was missing, I was doing everything right, but when I rotate my screen, there's another little icon on the bottom left-hand side that tells you to press it. And that's when I learned, when I pressed that one, that's when it actually started doing this, the horizontal mode. I never noticed it before because I wasn't looking for that, but it's all good. Okay, you're listening to making a doctor's appointment. Okay, Robin, that's cool. I hear you. Yeah, so I was really happy, and I want to thank Vasily myself in person and say, yeah, man, I really appreciate it. You didn't have to do that. I mean, I could have Googled it and figured it out myself eventually, but, you know, I'd rather take it from somebody who's been doing it, or, you know what I mean? I'd rather take it from a community member that's actually doing it instead of going to a channel where they just do their own thing and they don't care about you, you know? But I really appreciate it. Yeah, we're just talking about trust in general, like, you know what I mean? You grow up with people and, you know, things change, people change. You know, some people get desperate sometimes and they do desperate things, and they'll be willing to sacrifice the friendship over something small, you know what I mean? And how do you go back from that when somebody's willing to disrupt everything that you've worked so hard for coming up as friends, to throw it away over maybe a girl, maybe money, you know, maybe an awkward situation where they gotta choose between you and another friend? Like, where do you draw the line, and when do you say enough is enough, that, you know, I thought we were good friends, but now I'm gonna have to say sayonara, you know, see you later. Look, we can't be with each other anymore. You broke a certain part of my trust that I didn't see coming, and, you know, you violated, bottom line. I'm not saying anything happened to me, but I'm just saying, because we've all gone through some trust issues with friends at some point, right? Or girlfriend, boyfriend, you know, next of kin, whatever. All types of things happen, husband, wife. And people don't understand the severity of when you violate someone's trust, that it's very hard to get back. You can pretend and say, yeah, it's no problem, I'll get over it, you know, it's only a small mistake, I'll get over it. But depending on what that small mistake was, considering by your standards, if that's a small mistake, there's no coming back from some things, you know what I mean? Stealing money from you, there's no coming back from that, you know what I mean? Lying to you about something that could jeopardize either your finances or your job title or your work, you know, those things you can't come back from. Anything to disrupt your family life is another one you can't do, right? Friends are gonna come and go all the time, brother. That's just the way it is. Nothing's gonna change about that. And sometimes it's not a bad thing. Friends come, friends go. They have their own lives to live. They're taking care of their kids. They're taking care of their finances. They're doing whatever it takes to survive. So talking to a friend every day is not going to be their top priority, right? So you shouldn't take it personal. I know I don't. And I have a lot of good friends that I still haven't even spoken to in years, but it's not because I don't want to talk to them. It's because life is just life. This is what it is. Oh, that's what you say. This is why you remain introvert. Yeah, no doubt. I wouldn't say I'm introverted, but I'm a solo guy. You know, I do things solo. I used to have a lot of friends before I run with them, but that's stuff that you do in your teenage years. But I'm not going to wrong them. All my friends are good guys. They're all solid. The only thing is eventually we all have to grow up and move on, right? We all have to grow up and move on with our own lives, because the hanging out, tinging, just chilling with each other all the time only leads to negative things eventually. Right? If you go out drinking, next thing you know, you get caught up in the drinking and driving, or you get up in a fight, you have to defend them, and then next thing you know, you're in trouble. You know what I mean? One thing leads to another. So you have to draw a line in the sand and say, okay, well, if I'm going out with this person, I know he drinks a lot, or I know he loses his cool when he drinks, I don't want to go out with him. But why even go out with him at all? Just say, I can't make it. I got plans. You know what I mean? Or why do we have to go to a bar? Or why do we have to go to a club? Or grown men? Why don't we go to like a function, you know, like a real function? At some point in your life, you're going to have to make choices that are very difficult, even if it means losing somebody. And trust is one of those things that's going to make you lose a friend, lose somebody that's close to you, because you have to make that choice. I always told people, man, I'm always telling people, man, sorry about that. I'm always telling people, man, you don't know who your friends are until you tell them no. Just say, no, I can't do that, or no, I can't lend you the money. And then you'll see who your real friends are. Because they're not thinking about why you're saying no. There's a reason why you're saying no. Either because you don't want to get money involved in your friendship. Leon, Japan, what's going on? Leon, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it, Leon. Of all people, you deserve a jacket too, man. I got to make sure that's right. You know what I mean? Leon's always coming in here doing my... Guys, if you don't know about Leon, definitely connect with Leon as well. You will get your channel noticed, give you some extra boost on subs and stuff like that. So, holla at Leon. All the way from Japan. I got a range of people up on here. You know what I mean? Well, like I was saying, you never know who your real friends are until you tell them no, right? Yeah, trust me. As soon as you tell them no about something, that's when you see how they feel about you. You might not even have the money to lend them. You just said no because you can't afford it, but they don't see it that way, right? You might see you driving a big car, live in a big house. You tell them no because whatever reason you told them no. It doesn't matter what the reason is. You don't owe anybody any explanation of why you told them no. You just said, once they say I can't do it, I can't do it. You shouldn't have to question my judgment, right? But people take it personally and thinking that you're not my real friend, and then they start talking behind your back and turn negative towards you. That's why I just cut them loose, man. That's the case. Just cut them loose. I don't like people talking behind my back. I don't like people pretending to be your friend. I don't like people, coming around, what we used to call a come around friend, We don't want that. We don't want nothing like that. It's either you're genuine or you're not genuine. That's why it's very difficult to make new friends. You know what I mean? Drake has a song called No New Friends. It's a fact. It's hard to make new friends. Because now, not only do you not know them, which is a negative already, they don't know you, which is another negative, but you're learning to trust each other from scratch and both not knowing each other and knowing nothing about each other. So it's a little bit more difficult. Oh, the accent slipped out. Oh, sorry, man. It comes and goes when it's ready, man. Yeah, man. Life is strange, people, but remember, this is your life, right? Not anybody else's life. So anything you do, you should do for you. You should use Prism Live. You can play free music. Are you sure about that, Leon, or am I going to get some kind of copyright strikes? I've used Prism before, but I don't know about using music. I'm terrified to use music because I always hear people getting strikes on their account, and I'm trying to get monetized. I'm not trying to get demonetized before I even get anywhere near there. Talk to me, Leon. Let me know. There's a lot of people just keep saying, don't use music, and I understand that. If it's not from YouTube, then it could go the wrong way. Things can go sideways. Anybody else ever used Prism before? I don't know. There's only one person in the chat right now, so probably no answer. But Leon, if you're still here, let me know. Is it music that's copywritten, or is it the type of music that's free for use with no copyrights? And does it affect YouTube? Either way, that's something I gotta learn. When it comes to you people, just focus on you. You can always help people if you choose. You can always do things for people. The one thing you should never do is expect something in return. You should do it because you genuinely want to do it. You know what I mean? Not because somebody's gonna owe me if I do it this way or that way. I'm still here, but I'm on the phone at the doctor's office. Don't worry, Robin. I know you're good. I'm still gonna keep talking anyway, even if people are not here. Just come and go. They'll catch part of the conversation, so it's all good. I'm not too fussy like that. Right, Leon? I'm not fussy at all. Uh-oh, looks like traffic is coming up. Something must have happened. Major blockage. Let's see what's happening here. I do enjoy the side view, though. I do enjoy this horizontal view, man. I can't wait to get home and see what it looks like on the TV. I'm gonna be like, damn, I should have did it this way all the time. Either way, my next long trip, I'm definitely gonna do it. Yeah, keep safe. Thank you, Leon. I always will, man. I take my time in everything I do, Bridget. Time is precious to me, you know? My time is just like money. He's saying go, the cop is saying go, so we go. All the lights are out. Multiple lights might be out. Okay. You guys have seen all the distractions, right? Sorry guys if the chat is not popping up. It just keeps fading away, so I don't know if anybody's actually talking. I won't know until the next person actually types. I'll have to reach out to Vasily and ask him if he knows anything about it. If he's ever seen that before. Fading chats. See, there it comes, right? It just shows up again. Hi, Red's room. Flowers in the building. Leon, I guess it's an ice burn. Please be careful. Hello, Flower, says Robin Miller. Yeah, I know. Flower said, don't worry about it, chat. All right, I won't worry about it, chat. When it pops up, it pops up. Just know that I'm here and I know you guys are there, all right? And if somebody's asking why I'm not answering, just let them know for me. That's why you guys are the mods. I'd appreciate it, at least until I stop, you know, and then I'll take over. You know, you guys are always thinking ahead of me. That's good. Yeah, trust is another issue with having your girlfriend around an ex-man or your man around an ex-girl. That one is even deeper, right? Because, boy, some evil ways, things happen, man. Some people, when they see you happy with certain things, they'll do anything to take it away, even if they're close to you. And actually, they're probably more dangerous because they're closer to you. They know more about you, know more about your situation. And it's easy for them to get in, you know what I mean? You can't have your girl hanging around all your man them. You can't have your man hanging around with all the girl them, you know what I mean? Because eventually, one thing leads to another. And they won't tell you anything. It'll come out some way or another, and it's gonna come out the wrong way, on the wrong time. They're gonna find out. And then that really hurts, because now you found out your friend's been lying to you the whole time, doing this behind your back, and man, it's crippling, trust me. Sometimes, especially if you really love the person. If you gave the person your heart and soul, and then this happens, that can break somebody. Some people are just fragile like that. Not saying they're fragile as human beings, but once they let you in their heart, it's a whole different game, you know what I mean? Not everybody has that kind of strength to just get up and walk away and say, screw you, and never talk back to them again. Not everybody has that. Trust me. I remember the first time I got my heart broken, I was just a teenager. And let me tell you something, man. It was the hardest thing ever. First girlfriend. I don't even remember why we stopped talking. But every time I used to see her, I used to miss her. And every time I used to think about her, I couldn't get her out of my head. And then eventually, about years later, it faded away. But that was true because it was my first love, right? And I really checked for her and she checked for me. But stupid teenage love, whatever. You know what I mean? But I can only imagine that now as a grown adult. Putting your all in somebody, and they're putting their all in you. And something dealing with trust disrupts that. And that's why when marriages go bad, those divorces come so horribly. Nobody can ever come to a common ground. You have to get a lawyer to help fix these issues. And I'm like, man, you're paying all this lawyer all this type of money to fix stuff that you can fix yourself. Just man up. gal up, you know what I mean? To want to get your thoughts together and figure it out, man. You can both split everything down the middle and go your separate ways, man, instead of hating each other. I know it's easier than it sounds. I get it, because the bond is crazy, especially if you've been together for a very long time. You can say, "Oh, how can you say that? You don't know. You haven't been together as long as we have. You haven't been through what we've been through." And that's facts. That's facts. But giving away your money to a lawyer just to decide who gets what is, to me, is kind of whack. You guys came in a marriage. I don't care if one came in richer than the other. The fact is, you've been together for so long. Split it down the middle. You know what I mean? If you came in and the other person was broke, you brought them into a lifestyle. So this is why they judge it like this. Yeah, they could have been broke before, but you brought them into a lifestyle that they got accustomed to. So you can't just abandon them. You know what I mean, we got to be reasonable too. I can't come in here as a $50 millionaire type guy, and she was only making $100,000, and she expects me to give her half the money. That, to me, that's kind of whack. But at the same time, she's the mother of your child. You know, she's your ex-wife, but she's the mother of your child. Let's get that right. She's gonna take care of your daughter, your son. She's gonna make sure they grow up properly. Yeah, you know, as long as she's willing to let you be in the child's life, I don't see the problem, man. It's when people take money too seriously. It goes to their head. As long as you can both be civil, there should be no problems between any of you. You know what I mean? I know it's going to be hard seeing that dude with another girl, or going to be hard with seeing that girl with another dude, but at the end of the day, you still have your life to live. Yeah, when relationships shatter, it's horrible. Some people just can't handle it. I don't like being alone personally. I love being with my wife. I love being with somebody that makes me smile, makes me laugh, and I could do the same for her. And cheers me up when I'm down. I cheer her up when she's down. If I make a mistake, she helps me, not correct it, but she helps guide me with her thoughts to figure out how we can fix those mistakes. I'm only human, you know what I mean? We're not perfect, so we're bound to make mistakes. As long as we're not doing something that jeopardizes what we're talking about, the trust is. You know what I mean? If she trusts me to take care of finances and I'm outside gambling all the time, recklessly, with rent money or a car payment money or a mortgage or, you know, billing money, and I'm recklessly gambling it, that's a trust issue, right? You might get away with it once, but if it happens more than once, then it becomes a real issue, because now she can't trust you. My ex-husband married his secretary. I always wondered if they were messing around when we were married. You know what I mean? And those thoughts stick in your head, man. You know what I mean? Right, Robin? Those things stick in your head. And then next thing you know, here comes a beautiful girl or a handsome guy in your life, and already you're striking them out because you're like, oh, I wonder if he's like that person. I wonder if he was like my ex. Or you're not even giving him a fair shot. And they're trying to be as nice as they can to you, possibly, but you're overlooking everything that this person's doing because you're so tarnished by the last relationship. You know what I mean? Sometimes the people you love are like right in front of you and you don't even recognize them. Some people are looking for different things, but if you're really looking for love or looking for a genuine person, it shouldn't be about money. It shouldn't be about how they dress. It shouldn't be about where they live or what they drive. I'm not saying you're supposed to marry a broke person, right? You gotta be involved. They gotta be somebody that's willing to go out there and do the work, and, you know, not just sit around the house and stuff like that. They gotta be motivated in some way, right? They might have great ideas, they just don't have the backing to make these ideas come to life or to fruition, right? Sometimes you support each other, then you can get that done. Before I met my wife, it was difficult. It was difficult for a while, right? It was difficult for a while living by yourself, struggling by yourself. You didn't have much expenses because you didn't spend much. You didn't do much. But being a single man, You can't stay home all the time, you feel me? You get bored. You're in the house, you can only watch so much Netflix or so much Amazon. So you tend to go out every night, go by a bar, just be out on the road with your friends, and just do whatever, because that's what single guys do. But how much times I almost get myself into problems by being out on my own and doing that stuff? If I had a woman in my life at that time, I wouldn't be doing that. So you put yourself in harm's way in a sense, because you're being in all types of places where you regularly wouldn't be if you were in a relationship. So you're increasing your chances of getting in a fight or getting in an altercation, or getting in a situation that can get yourself in trouble, that may cause fines or something along the lines where you got to spend money to fix the problem, as opposed to working, going home to your family, and then just taking care of them, get up the next day and do what you got to do again. It eliminates all those little extra chances that you might get to get tarnished, if you know what I'm saying. So trust is definitely a big thing. The last thing I would want to do is jeopardize my relationship because I'm a hard gambler. I just threw away money on gambling because I can't control myself, or I'm a hard drinker and I'm throwing everything away because of a damn bottle, or I'm an abuser, or I'm a cheater, any one of those things, you know what I mean? None of those things are worth it in the long run. Today's what? Today's Thursday? Guys, give me 1 second. I just gotta cash one of my tickets in for my $20. Cash it in, baby. Yeah, one day I'm gonna take a picture. One day I'm gonna let you guys see this dog that's at the store. Such a beautiful damn dog, man. Some kind of husky of some sort. I'm not a big dog fan, but I mean, wow, it's an absolutely beautiful gray and white dog. Baby blue eyes. Very gentle too. Crazy Family Vlogs. What's up, TC? Robin Millette, likewise. Oh, that chat thing is bugging me, man. It's just fading. Like I said, I'll deal with it in a minute. It's too loud. Just reversing, get out of here. TC, I know you like dogs, man. If you see this dog, you would love this little dog. Next time I'm gonna try to get a little footage of it. That's one dog I would probably walk. I'm not a dog fan, but I would have a dog like that for sure. TC, have to take a trip here soon so you can create some content here. That's if TC can survive this cold, man. You're gonna come bundled up like an Eskimo to survive this. It's not for the faint. It's not for the faint of heart, you know. Hello, brother. Red's Room. How are you doing? I'm good. I'm good. I'm just trying to navigate the tricky, slippery roads of these side streets. I mean, this is nothing snow-wise. At least we can still see the ground. Crazy Family Blogs in the building, people. Remember, guys, if I don't see the chat, I'm not ignoring you. The chats are just fading away. But the mods will let you know that. I need some Nutriment, man. I can't wait to get home to see what this thing looks like on the screen. You know what would be really cool though too? It would be cool if YouTube allowed the video to play and still see the conversations that were happening in the video, not just on the live. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Or does it do that and I just don't know yet? I know on the computer it does. If you go on the computer and you log into your YouTube, you'll see, yeah, thank you, Crazy, I'll be careful. You'll see the chats on the side. But what would be cool if you can see it on the video, like another section of the video where people are actually talking. At least that's my opinion anyway. That's just my opinion, but I think it would be pretty cool. Because when you watch people's live, you can see what they're talking about. I mean, when you watch their replay videos, you can see what they're talking about, not just on the live. So you can actually, this is a way to also engage, see how people are engaging with the live. So on the replay, you'd be able to see them talking, same way, the whole conversation. And you can kind of gauge what's attracting people's attention and maybe even use some of that type of content. Not their content, but that type of content that they're talking about to maybe trigger some people's interest as well. Hey, who knows, right? I thought I was finished with Saturdays. Now they just asked me to come in on Saturday again for something else. Now, you know I'm not going to say no because Christmas is right around the corner, so any extra money goes a long way. Especially when it's time and a half, you know? I will take that. Not puffy. No puffy. I won't take that. Take that. Oh, man. Yeah, people, so just remember one thing. You can't trust nobody. You can't trust nobody. The people that you trust, they have to be a small circle, and I'm talking a real small circle, man. The type that you can count on your hand. The type that you can leave their kids with, right? You can't leave your kids with any and everybody, right? You don't know this, especially small children. All these people you think are smiling with you and love you up and dove you up and all that kind of stuff there. You don't know what their intentions are, especially around your kids. So let me tell you something. You don't have your kids around people, family members, alone at all. You always got to be around your kids. Small girls, small boys, they're too innocent. You know, they don't know any better. And some people are predators. You just don't see them. And so it makes them predators, man. They blend in with the background like nothing's wrong. And then when they're ready to strike, when they're alone, I fear that stuff, trust me. I fear that stuff. So that's why I keep my kids around me all the time. When they get older, then they can do their thing because they know better. Most of my kids are older anyway, so I don't have to follow them around. They know what to do. But the young ones, no. Can't trust any and everybody around them. Only some people can be around them alone. No crazy uncle, no nothing like this, no crazy grandmother. I'm sorry, no crazy friend. Only real people that I trust, and that circle is very small already. My wife feels the same way. Me and her agree on some things that it's just crazy. Certain foods we don't eat no more. We just made that decision. We have our reasons, but I don't want to insult anybody, so I won't tell you why, right? Certain places we don't go if we have a bad experience, and all it takes is one bad experience, and you'll never see us again. And we both agree with that stuff. We don't like being talked to rude or disrespectful. You know what I mean? We only deal with people with a certain level of maturity. Right? We don't deal with no people who act like they're kids or go on wild and start acting up because they just want to act up, or they're too loud and too, flamboyant and just out there. We don't like that type of attention. So me and her agree on that stuff too. Like, it's absolutely crazy how much stuff we agree on. And I guess that's why we connect. We have so much in common. I guess that's why we connect. And our age is not too far apart, so I think it's about 3 or 4 years. Don't let her hear me say that, because she's going to say you should know what it is. It's 3 or 4, but it's not 3 or 4. Oh, by the way, Robin, if you're still here, I turned on the Christmas lights. My son reminded me. He goes, Dad, you better remember, because Mom's going to come home and the lights aren't on. So I turned them on. I did a good job. Yeah, I should get an award. Give me an award for turning on the Christmas lights. TC, watch my video. You're not come to my channel. Come on, crazy. We don't want to start that stuff again. People will come to your channel when they're ready, or they'll pass by when they're ready. We can't force them. Everybody's trying to make their channel work, right? Everybody's putting in work. I've never actually told anybody to come to my channel. Not yet, anyway. Not until I start getting desperate. I gotta go throw the stuff in the garbage. I definitely gotta get some. Okay. Sorry guys, there's so much change in the car. It's absolutely crazy sometimes. So much damn change in the car. The thing is, I can use it all the time, but I never do. I don't know why. I stop by the store and stuff, like buy some change, but I just keep it and put it in my son's piggy bank when it builds up. Hold on a second, guys. I got done this in the garbage. Too much stuff in here. All right, let's see if I can get these chats to work. Let's see what I missed. Scroll up. Hold up. Top chats. Let's see what's going on. So Crazy Family Vlogs in the building. Robin was on the phone with a doctor. TC Lifestyle was in the building. Be careful, my brother, says Crazy Family Blog. I will, indeed. NORAD TC lives close to me, and he needs to come up my way. Oh, yeah, that's for sure. You guys have the hot weather. I enjoy that. I'll suffer down here. Hello, Brother Red's room. How are you doing? I'm good. So, Flower was in the building for a while. She's like, done. Bye-bye. Have a lovely time. Thank you very much for breezing through. Don't know what it is. Where's Mr. Vasily, man? I need to know how to stop these chats from fading. Robin says, I've been single for so long, I don't know if I will ever be in a relationship again. And you know what? You're not alone, Robin. A lot of people feel that way. They don't know if they want to be in another relationship either. Yeah, I think we all got our hearts broken once or twice as teenagers. That's facts. Flower says, please join me. I will return you. Flower, I'll probably check you out today and see what's up, okay? Just to show some love. True, especially when you're driving. Must be focused on the road. Absolutely. Leon was in the building as well. Guys, connect with Leon. Don't forget, connect with Flower. Just scroll up the chats, guys. Hit the blue pins and connect. Connect with each other and see what's up. TC Lifestyle is there. Don't forget to connect with him too. Cooking with Taj and Vlogs was here too. Definitely check them out too. They got their channel up and running, so please stop by and say what's up. You don't have to tell them I sent you. Just do your thing, you know what I mean? All right, let's scroll back down to the bottom of the chat and see where we're at. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Crazy Family Vlogs, showing love, showing love. Yeah, guys, it is what it is, right? You can't trust nobody, and you can't trust, well, I shouldn't say you can't trust nobody, but you can't trust everybody, if anything. If worse comes to worse, you got to keep it limited on who you speak to, who you can put your faith in. You don't tell little secrets to everybody, because as soon as they'll use that later on when things go left. That's a fact. Let's see how this thing looks. Side view. Let's see how the side view looks. Oh. I'm so bunched up in this car with all this stuff on me. That's better. Much more comfortable. Yes, man. Yes, man. I'm just relaxing now. It's my time to relax. Home time is coming. So waiting to pick up my son and we'll call it a day. So if you guys want me to check out your channels, or people are saying that nobody's checking them out, holler at me on my my community page. Leave me a message and I'll come check you today. If you want me to check your stream, if you want me to holler at 2 videos, go to my community chat, say, hey, Reds, it's me. We spoke today on a live chat. If you don't mind, come check me out. And I'll do that, because I'll be home early today, so I will support. Crazy Family Vlogs, hit me up on my community page. I'll come check you out. Who else was there? Flower, if you're still in the building. If not, I'll come check you out. I got a bit of time on my hands today, so I figure I might as well. I'm still looking to find out where I can go purchase some time for my wife to do her manicure, pedicure, or whatever you call it. Whatever you call them things there, you know? I have no flipping idea. And I know she doesn't like to go to places where people are speaking a different language. She's very fussy on that. She wants to go somewhere where people aren't rude like that. You can't go someplace getting your nails done or your hair did and people are talking in different languages. It's very disrespectful, at least on our end. Because you just ultimately think that they're talking about you, and meanwhile you're spending your money with them. You feel offended, right? So you got to be careful with that stuff. Eventually, that's why most women just don't go to certain stores anymore. They'd rather go find something and do it themselves or find a friend to do it for them. That's why I stopped. Well, at one point, my hair used to be down to my knees, my locks, and then I cut it because of my last son. I just went bald, just cut it all off, and I started growing it again ever since COVID. Just got lazy because I just couldn't deal with going to the barbers. It was too much talking, too much yapping. I felt like I was in a salon instead of a barber shop, and I just couldn't take it anymore. So I said, I'm not going back to these places. So I just let my hair locks again. I said, that's the same reason I let it locks the first time. I don't like to be around too much people just talking about stuff that's just senseless and bickering and bickering on and on. At least if it's a reasonable chat, you went to a barber shop and the man were dropping some signs or talking some knowledge or something like that, it would be cool. But pure gossip on top of gossip. I'm not built for gossip, man. I'm built for real facts, real talk, life. Can't take the chat thing, the labamout thing. I'm not into the labamout thing. Crazy family vlogs, you're on. I get it, you're on. I appreciate the love and support. But I definitely can't wait to see what this looks like on the other screen. If that's the case, I really feel like I failed myself from not doing this earlier, or reaching out to the right people to get it done the first time. It would have been so nice to film the whole trip to Detroit/Windsor to get that footage, you know what I mean? That would have been awesome. But that's water under the bridge. We'll just figure it out for the next trip. I want to go by the airport. They have a nice little landing strip there that you can park your vehicle, and there's a bunch of little fast food places behind there. You park your vehicle and you can see the planes coming in and out, and I'm talking like really close, like literally maybe about 30 feet, 40 feet in the air is when they're landing the plane. So you get a nice close up. You hear the full roar of the engines. Looks pretty cool. Maybe I'll figure if I wasn't working this weekend, it would have been a perfect time to go. Because we just sit in the car, right? You don't need to necessarily be outside because it is chilly. But I mean, if I'm just gonna catch some footage, I can just dress warm, go outside. They have benches there. You can just sit down and watch. Because a lot of people go there in the summertime with their kids because they like to see the planes fly or landing. So it'd be pretty nice to see some nice close-up footage of planes landing. Make a nice stream out of it, and also probably make one of those streams that just continue to play over and over, catch some people's attention. But right now, everything's going pretty good, guys. I appreciate it. Right now, the watch hours are going up. Everything's going up. It seems like I'm headed in the right direction. This month has been my most productive month. Well, the month just ended. We're in a new month now, December. So I got to try to push the December month to at least hit those same numbers and try to get 1,500 watch hours out of the way, at least. That's my focus. Try to get at least 1,500 watch hours out of the way. I'm not really concentrating on the subs anymore because all I needed was 1,000. I've doubled that since. Some are active, some are inactive. I'm not going to fuss about that. They're there. Hopefully I'll catch some attention from them when I start posting different types of videos. So I'll keep my eyes on that. But until then, we're just going to keep pushing, baby. Keep pushing. Your goal is to get that 4,000 hours. And even then, I still want to push harder to try to up it, you know what I mean? I'm not sure when you can get I'm not sure if there's any, you get anything else before the 4,000 watch hours. I'm not sure if there's, because I hear stuff about AdSense after you hit a certain number. I hear some stuff about you can get certain features after you hit 2,700 subs, but I'm not sure. I'm still lost at that point, but we'll figure it out as it goes. But the main thing is to get a channel monetized, then start having people who are regulars come on. You know what I mean? Make sure the regulars, the people who are in the conversation all the time, have that blue jacket. Anybody else will not get the blue jacket once you get monetized, unless they're part of the regular chats. You know what I mean? And that's no disrespect to you guys. It's just if you want to keep a community solid, you can't invite everybody, right? Not everybody's invited to the cookout, right? So you gotta make sure the people that are been personally invited to the cookout can actually have access to certain things that other members don't. And the thing is, after a while, if the conversation starts getting nice with new people, then we can kind of say, all right, you know what, this person's been here several times, they've been involved in conversations several times, and it's meaningful, then we will definitely. So I want to show you guys something. There's a Tesla Cybertruck coming. It's my friend's, this is my son's father. Sorry, my son's friend's father. A nice little catcher bear, right? Look at it. It's ugly as crap, but it's just unique. It's ugly as hell, but it's so unique. That's why people like it. You know what I mean? That's a unique look. I think I've only seen one baby blue one down here. The whole entire thing is baby blue. Really catches people's attentions. But he pulls up at the school and he gets out, all the little kids are freaking out. Look, Cybertruck, Cybertruck. And my little boy, Cybertruck, Dad, Cybertruck. It's a real Cybertruck. Oh, man. What it takes to be a kid again. Oh, man, I wouldn't trade it for the world right now, actually, because the experience that I've went through, I wouldn't want to go through some of the stuff I did already and do it again. I'll take what I've learned and move with it and try to teach the bad things that I did. Make sure my son doesn't follow that path without directly telling him what I did or what I've done. There's ways to guide kids without actually telling them what you did. Because the last thing you want to do is tell them exactly what you did. Because if they do it, they can say, well, Dad, you did the same thing when you were younger. So don't give them that free. Don't give them that leeway. You see me? Don't give them a reason to say, yeah, Dad, well, you did the same thing. Or, yeah, Mom, you did the same thing. Well, Mom, you left home at 15, so why can't I? No. Don't try that here, son. Daughter. Don't try that around here. My kids can stay in the house as long as they want. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, man, they can stay as long in there until I start get weak, and then you can take care of me. Absolutely. Come on, give me something. Give me something. No, nothing. My kids can stay home as long as they want. I don't care what anybody says. And if a woman can't deal with it or if a man can't deal with it while he's still at home with daddy, I'm going to let them know, listen, these are my kids. They can stay here as long as they want. When they're ready to move, they can move. I just want them to save money as long as they want, as long as they're in this house. They can save money, back it up until they're ready to move out, until they're ready to do what they need to do. Focus on school, focus on, your career, focus on whatever, focus on something until you find yourself. And then once you say you found yourself and you know what you do, and Daddy, I want to take a chance out there, then I'll support you, all right? But until you live under my roof, I want to always make sure I take care of you. You know what I mean? That's what parents should do, not wait for their kids to run out and do all types of things and get caught up in lack of experience, and you know what I mean. I understand some people want their kids out early just to gain life's experiences. I get that too, you know what I mean. But there's ways to teach them life experiences without physically being out there. You'd rather them find themselves first, find their niche, find their little thing that they can generate money. Once they get comfortable generating that money, then you give them a way to, you know, to survive for themselves, because you're putting away all this money for them. They're saving money for themselves. Even if you charge them rent, take the rent, put it away, and make them think you're charging rent, but you're not. You're just putting the money away for a savings, and they get surprised when they get hit with that money that they thought they were paying rent with. Because you're going to take care of the household anyway, right? Just make them believe that you're paying rent, but they're not. Just charge them $250 a month. Get them some responsibilities that has to be focused on. You never tell them that that $250 a month is going to go towards their savings. You just put it in the savings for them, right? And the longer they stay, the more money they have, so that when they're ready to either pay down on a house or buy a vehicle, they can get that without having to beg anybody, without even having to go to a bank to get a loan. But I know all those things still, you still need those things, because those things build your credit. So, but at least you'll have a decent down payment. You feel me? So that way you can still build your credit with a bank, or build your credit with some kind of financial institution that wants to give you the money that you need. What time is it? I'm losing track of time. 3:25, people. So I'm gonna call it a day. I want to go home and test this thing. But I appreciate anybody that came through, everybody that came through as always. I wish I still had kids in the house. See, Robin, I missed all these talks. I don't know what happened. Jason and Gina, they say those cars have a lot of malfunctions. Yeah, so I'm hearing. Yeah, they are ugly, correct? Absolutely ugly, but they command attention. Jason and Jason. I see all these chats I missed. I got to figure out what happened there. Jason, are you still in the, or Gina, are you still in the building? Jason or Gina? I just want to find out, when you do this thing horizontally, is your screen chat like fading out after every certain amount of seconds? Oh, so you do get it too. So how do I stop that? See, it's fading away again. Oh, no, you're saying no. There's something happening. It's like literally you're the last person says no, and now it's fading away. Now it's completely gone, the whole entire chat. And when the next person talks, if you say yes or no, it'll pop all back up. Sometimes, but sometimes it won't pop back at all, and I miss all the chat. Don't tell me I got to sacrifice. Yeah, I know, you said no, it does not. So maybe there's a setting. Maybe there's a setting that's making it fade. There's a setting that probably says keep it on all times. Well, this is the first time I'm actually second time I'm actually using the horizontal view. So, like I said, I'm probably doing something wrong. I don't think it's the phone, but after I finish this live, I'm going to just do a couple test ones and find out if it's still fading, and I might have to Google if there's a way to find out why it's fading like that. It would seem like a setting, because it's not disappearing, it's just slowly fading. The journey of my life. Blessings, bro. Blessings. How you doing, Journey? Just end my live. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I couldn't catch you. You know, this is the time I run every time, so always love. See, the chat is gone again. I think it lasts about 5 seconds, and then the chat just fades away in horizontal mode. The clouds look pretty crazy moving over the background, don't? Journey, you know anything about that? Have you ever filmed horizontal mode and the chat just fades in and out? If I speed up the camera, those clouds will look crazy in the background. Could be a glitch, says Jason and Gina. Well, I'll find out later, definitely. You guys say it never happens to you, right? So, you know, I would say it seemed like a glitch, but it doesn't seem like it, because it's almost like it's doing it like genuinely, fading out after the last chat to clear the screen, and then it comes back when somebody says something, then it fades out when the last chat goes through. I'll find out today. I'll check it out. I'll figure it out. Thanks to Mr. Vasily, though, for helping me figure out the horizontal. My dumbass just kept missing one step. Life of a tuber, huh? Live and you learn. But either way, guys, I gotta run. I appreciate the time. Jason and Gina, I think you guys are on at 9 o'clock on Friday, right? Because I have some time on this Friday. I gotta work the Saturday, but that's okay. Just confirm with me in the chat in the group, man. Jason and Gina live on when? Friday, 8 p.m. Let's make it a date. I would like to make that date. And I have some other people from this chat come over there and visit your live and let's get it on. We have a work event Friday night. Oh man, that means you're not recording? One time I get some free time. You guys suck, man. Come on. Okay, this weekend. What time? I just want to know because I'm going to be working till probably about 2:15, something like that, on Saturday. So I have all day. But if you're going live at night, what time are you going live at night? Because I want to make sure I tell everybody in the chat. I'm actually going to post it in my community page today that you guys are going live on whatever time. I just need to know the right time. Or are you guys just going to wing it? I don't really want to go. Jason's dragging me. Just go and enjoy the time, man. Stop whining. If you want to whine, just get a pole and put it in your living room, man. No whining in here, man. Oh, you're just going to wing it. Roughly around what time? 8, 9, 10-ish? I got to give these people something to know what time they're... Or you're going to put it on notification anyway, aren't you? Either way, we'll check you out. We'll find out what time it is. I'll tell everybody to stop their damn live and go check out Jason and Gina. Yeah, deal it. Yeah, I know. But that's what you're supposed to do. Go to support him. It's all good. We've had many Christmas parties. I never brought my wife because they never really mention anything like you can bring guests. But I mean, things have changed since then. A lot of different hands have changed companies, so the rules are different now. Even her workplace, they don't mention anything about bringing husband or wife or nothing. So I guess people are just keeping it low. At least you have the opportunity to go. I would just go. I would go have some fun and call it a day. You know what I mean? I'll definitely come check you out on Saturday. I'm going to make sure. Maybe I got to tell the wife to remind me because I don't remember shit nowadays. Just tell the wife, yo, you know, you tell me to turn on the Christmas tree. Just remind me to go check Jason and Gina. You're going to be like, who's Jason and Gina? Yo, don't watch that. I'm going to go check Jason and Gina. Don't watch that. Mind your business. And I'm going to get a slap across my face. Cut me a box. And when I go live on Jason and Gina, you can see the mark on my face, the handprint. So don't ask me why that handprint is on my face when I go on your live. All right? Because I'm going to start pointing fingers. I'm going to start being a ratatouille. Anyway, guys, I got to go. I got to run. Here I'm sitting talking like I got all day. I don't have all day. Yeah, thanks for the punches, Gina. I work from home Friday. Don't want to go to the city. Okay. Yeah, because you're going to be in your home mode already. That's why. Okay, you're going to make a community post. All right, guys. I got to run. Sorry. I'm cutting my time short. But I can't wait to go home and test this thing, see how it looks. And do some Google searches to find out if there's a way to stop the chat from fading. If any of you guys find out anything, please let me know. But until then, enjoy your night. Enjoy your time at home. And enjoy that fact that you're not in the cold like me. All right? Bless up.